Record 3.26 Bs approved by Green Climate Fund. The Green Climate Fund, GCF, has reached a milestone in global climate finance, approving a record $3.26 billion in 2025 across 22 new projects and programs. The decisions made during the fund's 43rd board meeting in Songdo, South Korea, mark the largest single programming round in GCF history and demonstrate accelerated efforts to deliver adaptation and mitigation finance to developing nations. According to the addendum to the 14th report of the GCF submitted to the UNFCCC Conference of the Parties, COP30, the new projects bring the fund's cumulative portfolio to $19.3 billion in GCF commitments and $78.7 billion including co-financing. Together, these projects are projected to abate 3.3 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent and reach 1.79 billion people worldwide. Scaling finance for vulnerable regions. Over 60% of adaptation financing was directed toward least developed countries, LDCs, small island developing states, SIDS, and African nations, exceeding the GCF's 50% target for vulnerable countries. Key adaptation projects include Benin's ABD Zone Initiative to enhance health infrastructure against climate-related disease and flooding, Zimbabwe's AY4SF program, which empowers youth through green jobs and climate-resilient community development. The Cook Islands Direct Community Financing Model, channeling grants to small businesses for climate-resilient infrastructure. Uganda and Laos RED Plus programs, providing results-based payments for forest protection and improved land governance. These initiatives reflect the fund's increasing emphasis on community resilience and locally led adaptation. Mobilizing global co-financing. GCF's catalytic approach continues to leverage large-scale investment from both the private and public sectors. Notable approvals include Jordan's $6 billion Aqaba Amman water desalination project, backed by a $295 million GCF contribution, which integrates renewable energy to address severe water scarcity. The Amazonia Viva program and the Agroforestry Cocoa Initiative across the Amazon and Atlantic forest biomes, together mobilizing $220 million in GCF funding and $700 million in co-financing for forest and ecosystem conservation. Through these programs, GCF is positioning itself not only as a grant provider but as a global investment catalyst, advancing decarbonization, reforestation, and energy efficiency at scale. Expanding country ownership. The fund also accredited 5 new national direct access entities, DAEs, in Kazakhstan, Trinidad and Tobago, Tunisia, and Vanuatu, expanding its network to 158 accredited organizations. These entities enable developing countries to design, manage, and implement projects without intermediaries, reinforcing the principle of country ownership central to the Paris Agreement. At the same time, GCF advanced its Readiness and Preparatory Support Program, which has now approved 875 readiness grants totaling $749 million. These grants help nations formulate national adaptation plans, NAPs, and build institutional capacity to access climate finance. Reforms driving operational efficiency. A hallmark of this reporting cycle is the accelerated pace of implementation. Following the October board meeting, 12 funding agreements were signed immediately, the most ever at a single session. The fund also began implementing a revised accreditation framework, a new policy on fees, and an updated monitoring and accountability system to streamline access and transparency. The report underscores that 39.8% of total funding has been dispersed, signaling tangible delivery on the ground and growing fiscal maturity across projects. Aligning with global climate architecture. In parallel, GCF deepened cooperation with the Global Environment Facility, EF, Adaptation Fund, and the new Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage, FRLD. The institutions are working toward a joint reporting framework for COP30, ensuring alignment of metrics and enhanced coordination on adaptation, mitigation, and resilience financing. The progress detailed in the addendum reflects GCF's acceleration under its 2024-2027 Strategic Plan and Executive Director's 50 by 30 vision, which targets $50 billion in cumulative approvals by 2030. With more than a third of its total portfolio already benefiting LDCs and SIDS, and a growing number of direct access partners, the GCF continues to redefine the scale and structure of climate finance delivery. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites presented by E+E Leader. For partnership opportunities, reach out to a member of our team.